There was a moment 7 years ago when I couldn't get out of bed. I had a job I was proud of, a decent salary, a resume my parents bragged about. And I was laying there looking at the ceiling and wondering, whose life am I living? The worst part that I could not explain it to anyone. When I would talk to my family and friends that something is wrong, that I want to change something, they would look at me like I had lost my mind. What else do you want? You have everything, they said. And they were right. I was successful. I wasn't failing. But that was part of the problem. You see, from the young age, we all grow up afraid of failure. Failing an exam, failing at university, being fired from the job that we liked so much. And I'm not dismissing the fear of failure. It is real. But there's something worse that nobody warns you about. It is succeeding at the life that isn't yours. Failure stops you. Succeeding at the wrong thing keeps you going. Everyone congratulates you until the gap between what your life looks like and how it feels like keeps widening. And then one day, you're not getting out of your bed. It all started for me when I was 17. I came to Poland to study management because my father said so. He chose the country, the university, the major. I didn't even know what management was. I didn't ask. I just went. The dangerous part that it actually worked. I was getting good grades. I was doing well. So for the next 7 years, the pattern will continue. I will look to my sides, and if I see people successful in their role, happy in their career, I would think, maybe this is my path. So I started with investment banking. Back then, it was the most prestigious career. I then switched to IT because I heard they pay more. I hated every single day of it. I knew I didn't belong. From the outside, I looked like the person who got it all together. But inside, I was miserable. I was crying in the bathrooms. This was a golden cage. It was hard to admit back then. I wish I would fail. I wish there was something that would force me to break free. Nothing did. One day, I read a book that asked me a question that nobody had ever asked me before. What are the principles you want to be driven by in your life? Not what you want to become, not what you want to achieve. What are your values? So I sat there and realized I didn't have an answer. I've been making the most important decisions in my life without knowing one piece of information about myself. My values. So I decided to have an honest conversation with myself. I did answer that question. From that moment, I had a filter. Every thought, every opportunity, every wish that would come through my head, I would ask myself a question. Is it mine? Or is someone else's story that's been living inside my head? Everything changed after that moment. I left the jobs that didn't fit. I found my passion project. I even founded a startup. I thought I figured it out. I thought I cracked the code. Well, guess what? I didn't. 2 years ago, I woke up to a second morning, looking at a different ceiling this time, crying so hard. This time it was different. I had my values. I had the work I cared about. But I also had 2 jobs. One was a startup. Another one was a corporate one. A dream job, dream salary. The problem was that my colleagues and my employer treated the startup as a joke. A fun side hustle. Nobody believed it was real. So I stayed in the corporate world. I kept my salary. And the startup was running somewhere on the side. I didn't have the guts to leave. Nobody walks away from such salary. That's what my friends said. And then the life made decision on its own. I was let go while being pregnant. I lost my salary and started earning 10 times less. You're probably thinking that this is the worst thing that could happen to me. I'm here to tell you that this is the best thing that happened to me. For the first time, I realized that I've been in the wrong room all this time. You see, when you first get an idea, a project, a path that you want to pursue, the natural next thing is to start telling people around you. And what nobody warned me about, that people around you are not ready to hear this. They know the old version of you, the one that they're familiar. So they ask those careful questions. They want you to reconsider. And you, who are barely holding on to that new idea, start wondering if maybe they're right. That's when I learned that values by itself are not enough. You need people who share your values. People who speak the same language, who look the same direction, who empower you. So what happened when I stopped pretending, being in the right jobs, surrounded by right people, being in the right rooms? I finally felt liberated. I found the work that I truly love. I am surrounded by people that empower me. But I'm not here to tell you that it's all settled. I know for a fact that my values will evolve with time. People around me will change. I'll probably outgrow the rooms that I love so much. That's life. But what I also know, how to find what is truly mine, how to find my people. So before you leave this room, I want you to ask 3 questions. First, what are the things that you truly value? Not what your parents value, not what your school rewards, what you value. Second, when you set a goal, whose goal is it really? Is it yours? Or is it someone else's story that's been living inside your head all this time? And third, very important question. Look around you. Look at the people around you. Are you in the right room? Are these people helping you grow, or are they holding you back? Because let me tell you that you might not know your values for a very long time. You might be chasing goals that are not even yours. You might be staying in the rooms that don't want you to change. And the people will keep clapping. Your resume will keep growing. And nobody will stop you and ask you those 3 questions until you find yourself not getting out of your bed. So you have to ask yourself first. That's where the pretending ends. Thank you.